Citizens of Coruscant, look at your sky. Once those towers reflected certainty. Once those lanes of traffic, those endless lights, those great halls of governance promised permanence. And yet, the Empire fell. Not because it lacked fleets. Not because it lacked weapons. Not because it lacked fear. It fell because it confused fear with control. Fear is a spark. It blinds. It burns quickly. Control is a system, a discipline that survives the night. The old empire ruled by reflex, by ego, by the belief that power meant never needing to listen. It was loud, it was arrogant, and it was predictable. Predictability is not stability, it is weakness. They built monuments to themselves and called it order. They demanded loyalty and called it unity. They punished dissent and called it peace. You cannot threaten a galaxy into coherence. You can only threaten it into waiting. And waiting is what rebellion feeds on. The Empire did not collapse in a single moment. It collapsed through careless decisions made by leaders who believed they were too important to be wrong. They treated cultures like obstacles, citizens like numbers, war like theater, and strategy like an afterthought. That is not strength. That is panic wearing armor. Hear me clearly. I am not here to resurrect a corpse. I am here to rebuild a machine that does not rely on terror to function. You were told that order requires cruelty, that obedience must be forced, that fear is the only language a galaxy understands. That lie has cost you everything. Order is not cruelty. Order is competence. Order is intelligence, correctly interpreted, then acted upon with discipline. The Empire failed because it fought the galaxy it ruled. I will not fight what I can understand. I will understand what I intend to command. Look around you. Different worlds, different histories, different scars. The old empire demanded complexity simplify itself. It punished difference, ignored culture, belief, and tradition, everything that tells you how people will act when threatened or inspired. I do not ignore these things. I study them. I have seen desperation. I have seen corruption. And I have seen what happens when uncertainty is removed. You want safe streets, trade that flows, a future that does not collapse with every rumor or explosion. I am not offering you comfort. I am offering you certainty. I will not insult you with promises of paradise. Paradise is a story told when leaders cannot build reality. Reality is built with structure, with competence, with consequences that are consistent, regardless of title or proximity to power. There will be no untouchable men, no wars of pride, no private kingdoms disguised as governance. There will be standards. There will be accountability. And there will be order, not because you are frightened, but because it works. Some of you fear that word, empire. You remember the boot, the choke, the terror. I remember it too. That is why it will not return in the same form. The old empire was a hammer. I will not be. I will be a scalpel, precise, deliberate, unwavering. Chaos will not be fought. It will be denied oxygen, quietly, efficiently, not with spectacle, with inevitability. I am not asking you to love me. Love is volatile, not because it is feared, but because it is inevitable. And inevitability, I ask only that you understand this. History does not belong to the loudest voice. It belongs to the most prepared. The old empire was loud. I am prepared. This city has been the heart of the galaxy for generations. A heart survives through rhythm, discipline, precision. Today, the rhythm returns. The empire will be rebuilt, stronger, smarter, and unbreakable. Not because it is feared, but because it is inevitable. And inevitability is the only form of power that never collapses.